set to kick off.
The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete. Okuebuna. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he will have a Steelers first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That's out to the left and complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Great job of tackling there to prevent the first down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
The Steelers send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Down the right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Let's go. A great effort there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Bills have taken the early lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big playability. They can strike from anywhere.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
13-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Taylor. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 33 yards that time.
And in the run-up to this championship game, so much was made about how would this offense hold up on the road in a hostile environment. Well, that's not the definitive answer, but what a great first answer from them. That big play right there.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And again, this Buffalo defense there and run support to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. There he goes right side. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown. And we'll see if that pick-6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true to you, because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up, and then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
6-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they... And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's third down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Steelers, nothing.
Out of the gun now on third down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 10.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. Taking it right down Broadway. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. Do it! Do it! This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating there.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit.
Set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken from about the 12.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. We were down there. That message would have been received a whole different way because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. Big hold to the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12.
32-yard line.
They'll run with Taylor. Not much room to run. Just gets it to the 35 after showcasing his tough running. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual. As we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
From the gun, Murray steps away to his left. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Henry Ruggs, 35 yards. And the Bills add on.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. I'm about to take you to school. 57 to Mike.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Looking left sideline, incomplete. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it. And oftentimes...
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down. Looking for Campbell downfield, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Murray going to fire one out wide. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bills continue to pour it on.
Harrison Butker.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Point after, right down the middle. And the rout is on here in this first half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 25 yards on the play there. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
And the Steeler first down.
Cowboy 80. 57. All day, every day.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Room to run again. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And this offense is running away with this one. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they're really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they have been dominant in this one. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 34. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Marlon Davidson on the tackle. No gain on the play. Second and 10.
They'll roll him out right. Catch made here by Campbell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This is Hamler on the receiving end. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
He'll buy some time right.
15-yard line.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
It's just me and you.
Now a toss here, short side. Got some room at the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. 85 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Harrison Butker is set to
now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone.
bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. On 4th down, here's the option. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
First down, Steelers.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. The give to Taylor. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll set up to throw. Open man Hamler. That's complete.
Complete to K.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd.
They run with Taylor. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll move the chains.
And the Steeler first down.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
He's going to take off with it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
23 yards the pickup there. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check, 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 check.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now the 2nd down throw on target.
The pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
4-yard line.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 13. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Kenneth Murray.
The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
Well, that sure started out as a good example of what they call backed up or coming out on offense, meaning you're backed up close to your own goal line. Big-time emphasis on practicing that to try and create some room and no less to give the punter a chance to kick the ball away. It means take care of the ball, try and create some space. They were doing that, and the ball comes free.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Being chased out left. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
there to make the grab. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
The kick
and he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Bills 52, Steelers 7.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The Steelers on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and forever. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is going to be incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down, it's Logan. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and long.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now their backs really against the wall now. They knew how tough this would be on the road, AFC title game, and they have gotten all they could. And my goodness, another interception. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Intercepted. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Able to find his running back, Geis. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 41 yards.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And and now they're going to fake it. And he will not make it to the goal line as this try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.